Hi darlings, and welcome back to Pass or Smash, new makeup edition. So today we are imbibing. We have a raspberry wine cocktail from Aldi, and it is not great, but it is wine. Kind of. So here on Pass or Smash, we talk about new makeup releases, primarily indie brand launches, and we decide if we want to pass as in buy bitch or smash add to cart. So, as always, all of the details for all of the launch information will be in the description box, along with any codes I can find, because you want to keep your coins, right? Right. Okay, so it's been a busy week. Everybody, grab a snack because let's get into it. So Gourmand Girls is releasing the Warriors Wear Pink palette. So if you remember last week, we talked about that they had sneak peeked a couple of shades from this. So they've now released the full color story and details. So it is a 15 shade palette. There are 12 mattes, 3 duochromes, and 1 multichrome in this palette. So there are no glitters. 5% or more of every sale of this palette is going to go directly to Siria. She is the beneficiary. She's like the collab person with this palette. And it's basically like breast cancer awareness. She's been struggling with it for a long time. So it is launching June 19th at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The pricing will be $54.99 and it will be code eligible. So you can still use a discount code on this palette even though the proceeds are going to somebody else, which is really cool because you get to save money as a consumer. This color story is very pink. It does remind me a lot of the Natasha Denona Love palette. So definitely the colors remind me of that, but it's pretty. I think it's awesome that Gourmand Girls, Christina Gourmand Girls, is actually pairing up with Siria and, helping her in this way. I think it's really cool. So that palette will be available soon. And as always, I'll put all the codes in the description box. But I'm on the fence about this one, so I'm going to say pass for now. I'm not interested in it, but I recognize I have a lot of pinks in my collection already. So for now, I'm going to say it's going to be a pass. I mean, I think it's awesome. So I'll definitely be sharing to my stories and doing all that. But for me, it's going to be a pass, I think. So, all right. The next one's a big collection. Oh, it's not great. But I want something, I want something. Okay, so Ensley Cosmetics is doing a collab with Shifty Shadow. If you don't follow Shifty Shadow on Instagram, you probably should. They do like really great swatches and comparisons and all of that. Well, their Crystal Skies palette, the color story has been revealed. It is 20 pans, which is, it's a great size for a palette, in my opinion. There are 15 mattes and there are 5 specialty multichrome shades. Of those special shades, 2 of them are holochromes, 2 of them are multichromes, and 1 of them is a diamond duochrome, which is like a really sparkly duochrome. It's a magnetic palette and they are 26 millimeter pans that are removable. So if you want to customize it, you can. And each shade is labeled on the back. So you don't have to worry about losing track of what everything is. They're all labeled. So the collection is not eligible for codes, just FYI. The palette is going to retail for $74. Whew. Here's the deal. It's pricey. I still want it. I still want it. I know, it's stupid, but look at the color story, okay? All right, so you see the color story? The color story is very similar to Blend Bunny Lure. So it's all side by side. Here's a comparison of, here's Blend Bunny Lure. The color story is it's comparable. It's definitely comparable. So if you have Blend Bunny Lure, do you need this? Probably not. Do I want it anyway? Smash. I still want it. Smash. I know. It's a little ridiculous, but I still want it. It's so pretty. And I want the sparkles. I think this palette is a really smart accompaniment to the rest of their palettes. So I still want it. Smash. It is a 2-part launch, by the way. Actually, it's a 3-part launch, right? Yeah, it's a 3-part launch. So they've only revealed part 1 and part 2. So that's what I'm going to be telling you about today. But part 2 is actually 5 multichrome moon dust. So it's their loose, sparkly pigments. There are going to be 2 special ones that will only be available in the collection if you buy the bundled collection. The bundle of the 5 shades of the loose multichromes is retailing for $80. These I can pass on, like buy. I can always pick up 1 or 2 later, like down the road. But yeah, I have Gourmand Cosmetics ones that I really like, and I don't even reach for those that often. So I can pass on the loose multichromes, but I still want the palette. So anyway, part 3 will be coming soon. And then when it does, I will tell you guys about it. Probably next week. Okay. Lunar Beauty and Laura Lee Los Angeles are finally doing a collab together. If you don't know, Lunar Beauty is owned by Manny MUA, and he is best friends with Laura Lee Los Angeles. So they have a podcast together called Full Coverage. I love it. I do. I find Laura Lee a little annoying by herself, but when she and Manny are with each other, I am so amused by it, and I just love them together. But they have collab together, which is so cool, and you will be able to purchase it from Laura Lee Cosmetics, or you can purchase it from Lunar Beauty. Either way, you're supporting the creator, so that's really cool. So the collection includes, it's called the Full Fantasy Collection, which is chef's kiss, in my opinion. So it's a lot, okay? So for $70, there is a 6-piece brush set that comes with a little brush case. And that brush case is vinyl, and it's reversible, so you can flip it inside out and wash it, which is very smart. That's $70 for 6 brushes and the brush case. There are 2 bullet lipsticks. One is a cool tone nude, one is a warm tone nude. They're $14 each, or you can get both for $20, which, I'm not interested in this. There is a 6-pan face palette. Look at the colors that they have chosen. What interesting colors. So there's a maroon color. There's that bubblegum pink that is really popular right now. And there's a deep bronzer shade, it looks like, which I don't know about that. It's this palette itself and 2 highlighters. It's that face palette was geared towards somebody with darker skin, and I love that. I love it. So, and they're just interesting colors. Yeah, I like. And then there is, for $48, an 18-pan eyeshadow palette. It is neutral, of course, because that is Laura Lee's, she is a neutral bitch. With pops of color, which I think is really cool. And the colors are interesting. The deeper shades are actually more of a plum shade, and there's little pops of green, and I love that. We have entered the neutral palette with pops of color era, this season, if you will. I'm here for it. So on their podcast, they did say that there is bundle pricing available. So if you wanted to get the whole bundle, Manny said that you save 20% by doing it that way. I think he said it's $135. I will put all those details in the description box for you. It is available June 16th, so it is available as of right now. 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it is not code eligible. So just FYI, no affiliate codes are going to save you this time. But I want to say smash. I don't want everything. I don't care about the lipsticks. But the face palette, I think, is interesting. And the eyeshadow palette, I do like it. If this is how we're doing neutrals from now on, I could be a neutral girly. I could do that. So we're going to say smash. Smash. So, am I going to buy it? Probably not. Probably not right now anyway. I mean, do I want it? Yes. But, your girl has to live. God, all of these releases, I can't buy everything, but I want to. But I can't, but I want to. Okay. Moira Cosmetics is releasing their Everlust Shimmer Cream eyeshadows. I had to read that because, you know, of course, paper. But I had to read that because, excuse me, I just can't get comfortable in my chair today. It's a mouthful. So basically they're 10 shades and pretty like kind of neutral toned cream shimmer shadows. So it's like a slight wash of color. It does say that these are for like more subtle looks and that they're supposed to be no creasing or fading. Color me skeptical. They're available now, and of course I'll put a code in the description box for you, but they're $7.50 each. These for me are going to be a pass. Maybe someday in the future if I feel like, you know, get that impulse, but in all honesty, like cream shadows are great for like some folks. I think if you like don't have any texture in your eyes, then something like that might be great. But I have texture and I just feel like it's gonna settle in that. So I want to see some more information first, but we're gonna say pass. Bye. Okay. Along the same lines, Made by Mitchell is releasing, I should say, the Gel Gleam eyeshadow. It is a glossy lid finish, and it says that it's crease proof, and I am, again, very highly skeptical about that. So anytime you have a glossy kind of finish on the lid, I just feel like it looks like lip gloss, and I love the aesthetic of it. It's so editorial. It's very cool. But I'm so skeptical. What do you think? Have you found something like that doesn't like settle into your creases or like ooze and be sticky all day? If you have, will you tell me? Because I just feel like that is just going to be sticky mess all day. Like I would be the fool that would just rub my eye and then, you know, make a fucking mess. So these are $16 each, but not for me, so pass. Listen, if I hear good things and they have like a bright red, right? Because it's giving like Elizabeth Hurley and Austin Powers vibes. Like, you know, I don't know, maybe, but no, not for me. Pass. Okay. Huda Beauty is releasing color correctors. These are $29 each. There are 5 shades. It says that they are creamy, comfortable, and a sheer formula that's derived from their concealer formula. So if you really like their concealers, then you may actually like, oh, excuse you, eyelash. If you like their concealers, then you may like this launch for color correctors. As much as I could probably use one, because hello, dark circles. I'm not going to pay $30 for a color corrector, especially when there are other options out there for cheaper. Just, it's not my thing. But if you need this, it's for you. So pass. Pass. Okay. And those, by the way, are available June 21st. And it'll be on Huda Beauty's website and also at Sephora. So, all right. Kristen Leah Cosmetics is releasing their Spring Fever 2.0 collection. So there are 20 single eyeshadows. 17 of them are multichromes. 2 of them are foiled shades, and 1 of them is a duochrome. Pricing is going to vary by the shade. So it says for the multichromes, the pricing is between $14.99 and $17.99. So just something to consider per shade, $14.99 to $17.99. And then the foils and duochromes are going to be $7.99. So it says that there's a bundle discount available for $259, which is a $40 savings from the full collection price. It's launching June 30th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For me, this is a pass. I'm just, I'm not at the point where I want to buy a bunch of singles anymore. I don't know. Unless they're special, like these ones. Because I made this look with all single shades. But I don't know, it's few and far between that I do that, so pass. Okay, so Bella Beauty Bar has announced the second part of their Brittany Huffman and Ali Star collection. So they're actually, there's a Best Mattes palette, which we already talked about. And then there's the Best Chromes. Now these are multichrome loose eyeshadows. They're launching with the rest of the collection on June 26th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, these are really pretty. They're gorgeous single multi-chrome shades, but for me, I'm gonna pass. But I'm really glad that they came out with sparkles to go along with the mattes palette. I think that's very smart, and it creates a sense of balance. But for me, it's pass. Okay, so somehow I missed this. Not sure how I missed it, but I totally did. But last week, Colourpop announced their Pride Rainbow Super Shock Bundle. Now they've partnered with the Trevor Project for this. And, you know, it is Pride Month, and it wouldn't be Pride Month without seeing a rainbow collection. But the collection as a whole is going to be $45. It is a $63 value. So if you want the Super Shocks, then this bundle might be for you. And it says sales of the collection won't affect the fact that Colourpop is making a donation to the Trevor Project, which I love. I don't like it when such a large company, like I view Colourpop as kind of a large company, when they say, oh, only like a portion of the proceeds will go to, you know, this and this and this, whatever. And then, you know, you never hear anything about it. So I'm glad to hear that they're actually just making a big donation to the Trevor Project and then also sharing that information. I think that's good. I never use the Super Shocks that I have. So for me, this is a pass. But if you're a Super Shock collector, this might be something you like. So, you know, good on you, mate. Good on you. All right. Do I have everything? Okay. All right. So that takes care of all of the confirmed launches. But let's get into the tea, shall we? Because there are sneak peeks. So, Cosmic Brushes. I was really hoping that they would have released the color story for this by the time I was putting this video together, but alas, they did not. So, they're actually coming out with the Delicious Delights palette. I have guesses. I think it's going to be not multichrome. I think it's going to be pastels. Pastels and midtones is my guess, but they have a tendency in their palette formats to make things really balanced. So we may see some darker shades in there as well. But I see this and I'm excited. My guessing is we're going to have vibrant colors. We're going to have pastels, and I'm here for that. So, but they've sneak peeked to that. They are doing a relaunch of their Serenity, or not relaunch, a restock of their Serenity and of their Muse palette on the 23rd as well. So if you're planning to pick this up, then you should be able, who knows? You should be able to pick up the other two if you missed out on them. So that's coming soon. And Martine Cosmetics has also sneak peeked this little 4-pan, I'm guessing they're eyeshadows, just judging by the texture, but sneak peek this little 4-pan, but I think it's going to be a Hot Wheels palette. Okay, so they changed their logo right here, and it has like little flames on it, and it just screams Hot Wheels to me. And there's pictures of like kind of fancy cars and like reels with oddly translated phrases on them on their Instagram page. And I think it's going to be Hot Wheels, but we'll see. That information will be coming soon. So, and then last but not least, Gourmande Cosmetics has changed their logo. And if you know, you know. So when she changes the logo, when Maggie changes the logo, it's like a hint at their new launch that's coming. So this one here has like a watercolor floral background. And it also has ink blotches. So my guess is water activated liners and detailing brushes, or like a detail eyeshadow, like eyeliner brush. That's what it looks like to me. I could be way off base. Maybe that's just my like happy little heart wishing. But when I see this, I think water activated liners. And the last couple of launches that Gourmande has done, they've included a brush. So the last one was their cheek palettes. There was a cheek brush. The release before that was their cream gel liner, and they had a detail brush. So my guess is that it is a detailing brushes, excuse me, and watercolor, like water activated liners. So no idea. I could be completely off base, but that's my guess. And yeah, so we'll know more about those coming up here soon, probably next week, I think. Blend Money's on a hiatus until the 21st, so we might have to wait a little bit longer, but anyway, that's it for Pastor Smash. Thank you so much for being here. And if you made it this far, will you leave me like a wine glass emoji in the comments? Yeah, that's hard to drink. But anyway, I love your faces. Thanks for being here and for liking and subscribing and all that jazz. Like, I appreciate y'all. Yeah, that's all I got for you. Have a wonderful evening. I will catch you next week on Pass or Smash. And, you know, if you like my vibe and whatever, then like and share and all of that jazz, comments, all your interactions, you know, they make a big difference on whether or not, you know, YouTube is going to show anything. So, yeah. Anyway, I love your faces. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.